Good, yo. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? I like when I sound like that. On this great Wednesday, a week away from Turkey Day. And I hope everybody really next week, if you are able to really know that family is work too. Family is one of our most important corporations. And when God give us time, we need to take that time. I know I've been doing that. I've been prioritizing, organizing my life. I have realized, and a lot of people will be happy, that this world will be okay if I'm not around. This school will be okay. My violence prevention brothers and sisters will be okay. My mentees will be okay. My fundamental basketball will be okay. My relationship with the YMCA will be okay. Because I have to take time out for me and spend time with family. Especially if you got boys and grandboys. I tell men that. No man should be out here that important where you're not spending time with your children. We always talk about we working hard and stuff for our children, but I remember I heard a man, I ain't gonna say his name, that was telling me that he working hard. And he retired. He only had 2 years and he's not here no more. He's not here no more. So if God gave us rest, we can have rest. And God created everything so we can rest. Because everything works together for the good of the Lord. But I got a question for you. How do God's principle lead to greater financial security? How do God's God's principle lead to greater financial security? And how can you teach your children to be wise stewards of financial resources? That's important for us men. It's like I told you, every man is a male, but every male is not a man. I learned that about 3 weeks ago talking to a brother. I really thought that brother was a man, but I found out that brother is a male. And in Jesus' name, I hope he grow and mature and put away his wicked ways. If not, but I want to tell you this. One who is gracious to a poor man lends to the poor Lord, and he will repay him for his good deeds. That's Proverbs 19:17. Despite God's provision of wealth and his attention for its use, whenever God lays out the rules for what he gives, we as sinful people have a way of subverting those rules and setting up our own. I'm just talking in third party because that's not me. The name of this today, you all, is economic problems rooted in sin. Those that's doing things they know they shouldn't be doing, there's no right in it. There's no way to get it there. What I did was somebody asked me, Shango, how did you stop? I did. I quit. I gave it over. I trust in the Lord. And that's what you got to do. Other than that, you're going to keep getting ready, get set. Get ready, get set. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Fintu going to be a word in a minute. Watch. Our first parents, because of this, watch this, unfortunately, because of this, the way we do our own thing, this is why we end up losing more than we could ever gain. Our first parents found that out the hard way, Adam and Eve, challenging God's ownership of his provision in the Garden of Eden, and made up their own rules. They decided they were going to operate independently of God's economy, but they wound up with less rather than more. Ever since then, individuals have been cursed financially because they refused to handle God's money God's way. I'll break it down to you who are all doing it because it's happening in Chicago. Many families are in financial disarray because they are not operating on God's economic agenda. They're not. Many churches in Chicago, I've been seeing it, and I can't believe it, has resulted to unbiblical means to accumulate money because they are not doing it God's way. They're not. I'm sorry, any church besides Corey Brooks Church and a couple of more churches, if they got a 606, they're not doing nothing. I don't care what they say, they're not. They're not. So I hope they do, but they're not. Our nation has to be in continued economic uncertainty today due to the trillions of dollars in debt, thus risking the future stability of those who work to contribute to our nation's resource. The economic problems we contend with as nation in our world is not due to lack of resource on earth, y'all. God has packed this earth with so much raw material and resource beyond our wildest imagination. Mankind was designed to cultivate and develop this wealth under God's direction, and watch this, and blessing, because Adam was given dominion over the earth. When Adam, it was man. So that's why we got dominion over the earth. If you are earthen vessel. The failure to do this is because of sin, not because the earth has run out of its resources. Biblical economic is a spiritual issue regarding sin and righteousness. But because people think our problems are merely economic in nature, they don't see the solution to our problems, which come from God. And watch this, his word. Father, your resources are not lacking. You have more than enough to provide all that we need as a nation. Help us to steward what you have given to us well, whether that is relationship, natural resource, or financial. Like always, know the truth, speak the truth, be the truth. Have a quiet for life day. Peace. I'm out of here.